as the Thursday Night Massacre was developing, Elon Musk did what he normally does, do a little sham poll to supposedly lend support to whatever his whim is at that particular moment. So he had suspended a ton of journalists, lied about why he suspended them, and now needed to justify it because people were furious. So he put up a poll saying, unsuspend accounts who doxed my exact location in real time, which again, that's not even what happened. So he's lying baked into the poll. And he lost that poll. Unsuspend them now actually got the plurality of the vote. Now, normally in the past, he's pretended that whatever wins in a poll is the will of the people and it shall not be ignored. This time he just said, sorry, too many options, we'll redo poll. That's how it's supposed to work. It's very stop the steal. Anyway, so he decided to do it with just 2 options. And once again, unsuspend them now won. Now, you'll notice he's not doing that because he doesn't actually care what the results of these polls are. And honestly, he shouldn't. They're probably full of bots. I think the reason he felt like he could win something like this is he gets to decide where the bots go. But to his humiliation, he actually failed. Now, supposedly, they're gonna face 7-day suspensions. He's since tweeted that, although that could change literally at any moment. But bear in mind, that is not at all what initially happened. They got notices with no extra information that there were permanent suspensions of their accounts. So there are no principles here. There's no mission statement. There is whim and whimsy. That's it. He decides on a given moment based on either who's yelling at him or who's praising him, what he's gonna do. And he tried to explain it in one other way. There was a Twitter Spaces conversation going on, in which, by the way, some of the people who were suspended could participate because the code base is in absolute chaos at Twitter. So it didn't even stop them from going into the spaces, even though they couldn't post on Twitter. But anyway, so he joined, Elon Musk joined that. He started saying that they're doxing me. Reporter, let's see, it's the Washington Post's Drew Harwell, who was actually suspended, pointed out how what had been done in some cases, but not all, was not what doxing was. After just 3 questions and an inability to answer literally any of these, Elon Musk fled from the Twitter Spaces, and then the Twitter Spaces shut down. Not in the normal way it shut down, it abruptly shut down in a way that people who participate in these say normally is not what happens. It appears that it was brute forced from Twitter. We don't have a guarantee of that, but it was super suspicious how the Twitter Spaces suddenly evaporated after he fled for his life. So anyway, he's doing a terrible job of managing the damage here. But that said, every single one of his fans is 100% behind him. They buy this. They don't see any inconsistency. They don't care. They love what he's doing.
Jimmy Dore's against it. Jimmy Dore's against the bans, and that's really where I look at it. And I looked at that, and it was after a tweet about the double standard. I'm fine with that. I think there is a double standard when it comes to most things in the world, but you can't let that. If you're against double standards, you have to have a single standard. And you're being intellectually dishonest if you think it's cool for Elon to do this because the other team did. Even though that's not what the other team did. You don't have evidence in the way that we have so much evidence. And think about that. Like Elon Musk selectively, according to what I've learned by Jordan Yule's account of his interview with Matt Taibbi, like Elon Musk went to Matt Taibbi and said, hey friend, and Barry Weiss and said, hey friend, here's some documents, take them, okay? And Matt Taibbi very friendlily went through and picked what he thought was important. And even then, it's not like a giant smoking gun moment. Elon Musk has utter control over what he himself has shared and does share. Him going in front of the Twitter Spaces or not going in front of the Twitter Space. And then we have way more evidence that Elon Musk is acting inappropriately and against the general free speech doctrine than any of his predecessors did. The only difference is those predecessors made $44 billion and Elon Musk lost $44 billion in this company, let alone the companies he runs that have suffered as a result of his takeover.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.